Hello everyone. We come back here talking about my John Deere Z760r. I was going to go a little bit in on this mulch control kit that I found, and I don't know if anybody else has interest in this, but it seemed like it took a little while to find this kit for my mower, and I was just going to go over the kit that I found and, according to the book, what it fits. So I ordered from greenwayparts.com. Part number on this is BUC 10595 60-inch high capacity mulch control attachment. And if you're on John Deere's actual website and you're looking through there, it just lists it says it fits only this particular mower. But once you get the kit and you get the book and everything else, and it goes through the installation and everything, it actually tells you it fits other mowers. And so if people are having a hard time finding it specifically for theirs, if it's not the same as mine, then this maybe can help somebody else purchase this kit to fit their machine, because this covers 3 different sizes and a different 34 different size or deck differences. So I'll just flip this around here and we'll start on it. So again, this is the part number and where I got it from and what it was listed as. And at the time I bought this, it was on sale, and it was extremely cheap considering everywhere else that you would find this particular kit for sale. It'd be over $500, and taxes, shipping, everything else. But from them it was considerably less, and lucked out, didn't have to pay the taxes and the shipping. So it was a pretty good deal, I thought. So when you get the kit and you bust everything out of the box, you'll get this book that says Operator's Manual, and it says 48, 54, 60-inch Edge, High Capacity, and High Capacity Pro. And then when you flip it open, there's a couple of pages here, the same thing over here. And then over here on contents, it kind of tells you a little bit on the installation for those. And then here's where it says compatibilities. So 54 and 60 Edge for X700s and 900s, 54 and 60 Edge high capacity for Z6s, 54 and 60 Edge high capacity deck for Z5s, 48, 54, 60-inch Edge and high capacity Pro for Z7s. So there's quite a bit of difference in the application that this thing will fit onto, and hopefully that helps somebody that has one of those variants that this kit will fit, and you can buy and put it on and not have any worries, because it covers it in here. And then there's some things in there that's it basically shows you like all the pieces are going to be the same, like your Z7s and X9s 60-inch kits, like all the parts are identical pretty much. There's not going to be any real differences in anything, except for a couple of pieces that are going to be different between different models, like this little deal here for the controlling the flap on the gate. There's different ones on here that shows you to use, and then for the reference of installing on mine for the Z7, get over here to it, it tells me to use it shows one that's in the picture that's not listed with this kit, and I think it was the one that's showing it as G. and they show a long handle and a short handle and stuff down there. And you can pretty much, once you get this installed into the deck, I think you can use whatever one you want on there. It doesn't matter. You're just basically flipping this bar with that bolt. This bolt on this bar right here is going to go on this side or this side of that mount that's on there. And there's a little bit of adjustment right there, and that's how you set the gate to be open and closed, as far as, you know, getting it tight. But it wasn't specific exactly on when I was putting mine in there. And I have on mine, I don't know if you can tell that is the, looks like the J bracket is what I installed on mine. And then here there's a little bit of space there and over there to adjust this, and that this can pivot a little bit, and hopefully I can make a small adjustment there to relieve that, because I don't know if you can tell it here. You can see that nut just moving just barely, but if you open it, it's on the other side and the gate's wide open. Now when you do it again, there's some slack in that right there, but you can't tell a whole lot right here on this gate though. So I think either I'm gonna have to find some stuff to make this tighter on this for opening and closing this gate, or I'm gonna have to adjust that nut out here. That's where you get your tension to keep it in the locked open and then locked closed. But there's a lot of play right there and then right here, so that you can barely tell it over here looking at it real close, but that's quite a bit right there. So that's something I'm just gonna have to fine tune, try to get that straightened out. Out of that, the diagram in the book was showing a different deal. Like I was saying, down here it was listing a different plate, and there was only I think there's one other plate in there, and it's not that. I think it was a K in there. I'd have to look at the book or go find the part. But then I put the long handle on here, and you can get the other one. It's short, but I just chose this one. Put this on there. And so there's that. But like I said before in another video, I was talking about this side is completely cut off and nothing passes through once you install this kit on here. Right here you can see it's got this welded on, and it fits the already natural curve one in here that's in the deck. And I'm seriously thinking about taking this off or removing half of that, so that when I do put the bagger back on this thing, it's not just totally leaving this on this side and it can just pass through and go on out into the bagger. I don't think it's going to create any kind of major issue, because it's got a bolt in this end, a bolt there, and a bolt here. There's 3 bolts holding that on for that whole piece that goes across there. And there's one of the bolts. That bolt there is the one that was in between. And then you've got bolts down here behind this panel, or not panel, but the leading edge of the deck, the baffle down there. But that's my thoughts on that. It's just removing that divider in here that it shows in the book, so I can completely have it all discharged on there if I want to, because it literally slides up on that inside to keep it. I mean, it's not bolted on there. It's like a Y like this. It just fits over what's in there and keeps it from going left or right. And then so it's got different brackets for the different variants that this will fit. But basically, I mean, it's going to be the same parts. Goes on the same way on all the different ones. It's just labeled differently. So if you find one that says it fits a 54, it'll work, and you have a 60 or 48, and then it fits the 700s and stuff too. For the X700s, I'm sorry, and the X9s, it fits all of that too. So hopefully that's a little bit more information, a little better explanation of how that goes. Super simple. You can almost put it on without following the instructions. The majority of this book is other language. Like there's the 7 and the 9. Yeah, so the first 30 pages is all you're going to need. The rest of this book is other languages. They got it in French and everything else in here too. So, but, and that's all there is to it. That's all I was going to give a little informational update about. But hopefully that'll help somebody if they have a similar machine, similar deck, and they're having hard time trying to find something. There's that information. Maybe you can go by that part number again right here, and you can look that up pretty much anywhere, that part number, and it'll cover any of those other decks on here, and that should help ease it up for somebody. But like I said, I got mine from Greenway, and I live in Oklahoma, and I think these have dealerships in Arkansas and Missouri, I believe is what it says online. And I got it really quick, and it didn't cost a whole lot of money. It was on sale, and it was cheaper than everywhere else local. Like I said, I didn't pay taxes or shipping on this, and I don't have a farm tax or nothing like that. It's just luck of the draw where I live versus where it is, and purchased it and everything. So sometimes it pays to get online and buy stuff, and sometimes you can get it local. And I'm not against buying anything local. It's just I'd like to have the best deal. That's all there is to it. So hopefully that helps somebody out. Anyway, y'all have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.